everyone, this is Clash Royalepedia, and today I'm going to be showing you guys what I call Bridge Spam 2.0. So this is the popular Bridge Spam deck, the Pekka, Battle Ram, Bandit, but in the last season, in the season reset of June, they nerfed the Battle Ram, so now it's a lot weaker. This deck still works, and if you guys don't know how this deck works, it's basically where your Pekka is a very defensive weapon against their main tank like Mega Knights, Golems, Royal Giant, and then once the Pekka comes down the lane, you push with the other side with Battle Ram and Bandit, and you can usually get a tower like that. Here, let me show you an example. So here we're against Lava Hound. I'm using the classic Pekka Bridge Spam deck, and he's playing Goblin Barrel Royal Giant, and so here he plays his Royal Giant, perfect for us. We just play our Pekka. We take a couple hits from that Royal Giant, but here the Pekka is walking down one lane, and unfortunately I didn't have my zap. If I had a zap, then that would be a lot better. So, but then we just play minions, and he plays archers. So here we go with a bandit, just seeing how he'll react. And so he put a musketeer down. So we kind of just drew cards out of his hand there. That was the point of that bandit, and to cycle. And so now we have to cycle again since we're in an advantage lead. So we put Royal Ghost in the back. And he has a very odd placement here of his Royal Giant as he places it near his tower, letting me get ready to defend it. So here I put a poison down to kill his archers and to weaken his Royal Giant, and I don't think his Royal Giant even gets a hit there. And so here, this is the Pekka this is the double lane push, as I was talking about. When they're not concentrating, you get a push on the other side, and the dual lane push of the classic Pekka Bridge Spam deck. So here he plays the Royal Giant again. Obviously this guy's not the best Royal Giant player, but he'll do, as he got to 5,000 trophies. So here we're pushing double side again, but my Pekka on the other side gets a hit. So it's kind of like if either side hits, it's bad for him. So he plays his Royal Giant on the other side, but I just keep on countering, and here we go on the weak side. It's overtime, but he commits too much on that side, and the Pekka and the Royal Ghost finish it off on the right side. So that's like some classic wins from the classic Pekka Bridge Spam deck, which with the new addition of the Ram Rider, the Ram Rider has been replaced with the Battle Ram oftentimes, I see. But for people who do not have the Ram Rider, this is my variation of the Pekka Bridge Spam deck. So what I did was I replaced the Battle Ram, which is kind of like the main kill card, I could say, with the Hog Rider. I replaced the Poison with the Lightning. I replaced the Electro Wizard with the Executioner, and I replaced the Bandit with a Log. So this is the deck right here. And so unlike this classic deck, this, let's call it Pekka Bridge Spam 2.0, is kind of like a deck where instead of pushing both ways, let's say you get pretty good damage on both sides, but each of their Prince's towers are down to 500 health, and they just get one of your towers down and they win. To prevent that from happening, with this deck, you kind of only push on one side. As the main strategy is you take out their main attack with your Pekka, and as the Pekka is marching down, you kind of support it with these three, and then once they kill that and everything's kind of clear, they've usually the Pekka and Hog Rider counters are very similar. So then if they've used their counter, you go ahead, play Hog Rider, and you have all these three spells right here to help the Hog Rider get to the tower and get some free hits. So let me show you some examples of this deck in action. So here we're against Polmax, and this guy's playing a very, I'd say, interesting deck. And so here he plays Princess, so I just simply log that away. And he plays Valkyrie up here, so I play Pekka. And this is a great example. He plays Inferno Dragon. I'm not very worried about that because I can just send in a Hog Rider right here. He plays Musketeer, but I just zap that up, and our Pekka and our Hog Rider gets free hits. because we've baited out all of the counters with our Pekka for the Hog Rider. So here we have a clear advantage already, and with the lightning spell, it's really to get great value like this when they try to build stuff up in the back. Kind of prevents them from building stuff up, and also a kill condition for overtime games, I guess, or close matchups. So here we have the same amount of elixir, and so I go ahead play Pekka in the front. I don't know what his kill card is at this current moment, but it's not clear to me yet. So we take the left Princess Tower as he's not paying attention there, and I could tell this guy was not the best player. And here our Pekka takes out his furnace. So like it's 10 seconds left and he hasn't even played his kill card, and then when I look over his deck, he doesn't even really have a kill card. So this was an easy win, but a good example of what this deck can do. Now let's see an example of a more real matchup. So Pepe El Mas Pro is using an Elite Barb Hog Rider deck, and so here he starts off with a Valkyrie in the back, and as I said, the Pekka is usually like our savior, like against Elite Barbarians. They're like what takes them out. And look at our Royal Ghost on the other side, just chipping away. What happens when they don't focus? And then that's when we can bait out stuff. This guy has an Inferno Tower, which I would say is our main weakness. But all we're looking for, that's why we have the lightning in here, to look for great value, such as this right here with the Executioner and the Inferno Tower. We can lightning that and get some great value. So here I know he has I know that he has his Elite Barbarian, so I'm saving my Pekka up for his Elite Barbarians, or else we don't really have a counter to that. So he plays his Inferno Tower, which is a big misplay by him, because you usually want to save the Inferno Tower for when you're really in trouble. But here I just take out I try to take out his Inferno Tower, and eventually his Inferno Tower will die. And so right here, just in time, I get my Pekka down to stop his Elite Barbarians. And then this should be an easy win for me, as I am in the lead. There's times running out. And here we get another great value off the lightning, and the Hog Rider will finish it off with us and with the zap. And just like that, we have snagged the game. And so, as you can see, I truly think this deck is very good for defense and offense. And I think you guys should try this out if you guys like the classic Pekka Bride-Spam deck, but do not have the Ram Rider. I think this is a great deck to try out. So yeah, thanks for watching, and if you guys are looking for a clan, or any of your members looking for a clan, we are always open eChaos right here. Join if you want to, and see you all in the next video.